loud and clear in Twitch.
All right, great.
Hello, Kurgan.
Hey,
Yes. Hello,
welcome, guys.
Glasgow. How's it going?
Hey,
Okay, so we got a pointy-eared elven princeling. Very good. All right, Glasgow, Grimlore, Bohemius. We're live on twitch.tv/HeroQuest and the music we're listening to is created with the assistance of AI from Suno.com, or Suno.com, as some people call it. And we're playing against the Ogre Horde. But before we do that, I suppose we have to address the fact that there's no more news about Wizards of Morcar. It all seems to have dried up. You guys haven't heard anything, have you? In the last day or two?
all quiet.
All quiet.
Now we're waiting Dungeon Master.
Yes, Dungeon Master is our hero because he was. They told him. We heard quite clearly on that stream. We heard quite clearly the guy was like, "Oh, really sorry. We don't have the box ready yet to open it up and show you and do the unboxing. But if you come back Saturday," and he's like, "I don't have a ticket for Saturday. I have to go home to my family." And so they're like, "Okay, we'll send you one. We'll just send it to you." So he's like, "Yeah." All he could really say is, whatever that first quest is, it is something new. So tiny little tidbit. But whenever he does his unboxing is whenever we're going to get the next big reveal. That's kind of a great honor, I would say, that he gets to be the guy. So I think he's earned it. He's definitely been, the reporter on the spot for a lot of stuff. And, we wish him well. His channel's grown quite a bit. So I can't thank him enough for what he's doing. And I look forward to seeing all the reveals before the official reveal, because as we know, we've heard that some sites are saying December for Wizards of Morcar, some are saying January even, but the main US sites are saying March 1st. So yeah, we're all just kind of wondering when it's going to be, but whatever it is, he's going to show us beforehand. So I think that the main stuff has already happened. I mean, the magical reference chart, that was him. Like, that was something we didn't see because at Spiel it was kind of covered up. You couldn't really see it very well. He posted the full thing. People translated it. It's like, oh, okay. So it's a couple little changes here and there. But it seems my general impression so far is it's a lot like the way they handled this expansion against the Ogre Horde. They used the basic quest or the basic expansion from back in the day as the template, and then they just add on to it. And yes, they're changing little things here and there, but a lot of stuff is pretty much the same, except for a couple word swaps here and there. But even then, I mean, as we've seen, a lot of things have not been renamed. So it's Wizards of Morcar, which I'm fine with. I'm actually pretty happy about that. So, I don't know. Any other reactions before we get back into the game? I know we've talked a lot about Wizards of Morcar.
I'm quite excited with the Artificer, and I think that's also quite cool. Maybe as a hero choice as well. I know one of us is going to homebrew it at some point, but officially would be nice as well to get that as a class.
Yeah, a lot of people have said similar things. The Artificer, the fifth evil wizard. Of course, I'm still kind of wondering if maybe storyline-wise there'll be a chance to like recruit one of them into our group. But I guess I was thinking that about Groshok's daughter. You never know with these stories. There's kind of a common old story. It's like the one female character on the bad guy's side is the one that is sympathetic. It's like maybe she's not completely evil, maybe she's just a lost soul. You can bring her back. But you look at the pictures of her, she looks pretty monstrous, pretty nasty. So maybe thematically they're not going with that. Who's to say? But yeah, Artificer, a new kind of magician, new kind of thing, at least for HeroQuest. Could have all kinds of homebrew options for people.
The box and all the cards are all marked 2026. So
yeah,
I mean, it was planned to be released 2026.
Yeah. Although,
Anything that arrive before is just extra
a bonus. Yeah. I still think
bonus.
though. I
Yes.
still think though that whatever changes happened in and behind the scenes at Hasbro delayed the project. But I don't know. Even if that's the case, like what does it mean? Like in my head, I was thinking, oh yeah, they had it ready to go and it's just been sitting here all this time. But it looks like maybe they were actively developing it all this time, like all this way. And yeah, it would make sense to put 2026 instead of 2025 on there. But
Well,
yeah,
First
it's
Light is marked 2024, and they released it 2025. So
true. It's just the cover.
we know that was super delayed.
And
So,
the dice were kind of goofy and weird. Yeah.
mm.
Yeah. Well, point is
In
though,
your opinion,
in my opinion, you like them. You like them better. Of course, Bohemius, I like your perspective. You like a lot of things that maybe are not as popular, and you know, you like the green color in Jungles of Deltarak. Hey, each to his own. Somebody liked it. Yeah, I just picture they're all sitting around the conference table at Avalon Hill, and they're like, well, let's do this creative decision. And they're like, listen, nobody in the community is gonna like this. And then the one guy's vote, like, actually, Bohemius will like it. They're like, okay, that's it. We'll put it in. We'll do it.
Gold.
He's a great customer.
I'm just waiting for the gold dice with red pips.
There you go. The complete reversal.
I mean, they already have the gold dice for talisman, so they already have, all you got to do is
Reversal.
change one symbol, and color them red.
Yep. Well, they could have a promotion with Tenzi or whatever company makes Tenzi. If everybody's seen that, like they give you the big pack of dice and they're just all color combinations. You know.
all this talk, for example, about Talisman, that they're going to release like a role-play game on Talisman. Is it possible that they're going to make a mega twist and put Hero Quest in the world of Talisman?
I mean, anything's possible. I'm still waiting to hear about that crossover. I was sure that they were trying to tease me into believing it was HeroScape, but we haven't heard word one about that. Are you going to play with the Alchemy expansion set? Well, Hispazargon, hey, thanks for joining us. So, yeah, Hispazargon just released, he and Eudoxio, looks like, put together, although I think it was primarily Hispazargon, an Alchemy revamp. So using all the cards from Rise of the Dread Moon and Jungles of Deltarak and some new cards together. It says very clearly on there that public use needs permission from the author. So, Hispazargon, do we have your permission to use it? You can just type in the chat there. I mean, theoretically, this is public. I mean, to watch Twitch, you don't even have to make an account. You could just visit the site. Okay, so we have his permission. I don't have the cards printed or anything. I mean, I am.
Take a screenshot.
Yeah, take a screenshot. Yeah, you roll a D56, and then whichever one comes up, that's what you pick the card. I'll have to look it over and print it out. I was giving him a hard time because I'm like, well, some of these cards you didn't even change. They're just the same. Like, why would I print like doubles of the cards? But he had his reasons. He explained why. Show them on screen. Well, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I know we're way overdue to start the quest, but do you guys mind if we look at this? Or should we do it some other time? I don't know if anybody has to go soon.
Nah, no problem. I don't mind at all.
Sounds cool.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's my stream, but at the same time, I don't want to be totally like, let's focus on this one thing that nobody wants to talk about but me. I could just do a solo show. Okay.
Well,
Thanks.
I think the big thing with, even if you had the same thing or whatever, is to have all of the same back. So if you had treasure cards that had a potion, and you had the alchemy deck that has a potion, and you had artifact cards that are potions.
Yeah. Thanks, Hispazargon.
And equipment cards too. I think you got potions in there too.
Well, let's try to take a look at it here. I'll admit I basically just gave it a once over. I didn't study it in depth before this, so if he wants to jump in and give us an explanation, that's cool. Or just type comments, that's fine. Check yield in thread. Ah, yes. So there's a thread on yield in explaining it all. But let me just show you the visual here. So I do like the attempt to kind of make it look sort of like Into the Northlands. So I'd forgotten. A lot of people remind me. So at Gen Con a few years ago, they didn't actually give out Into the Northlands. They didn't even run it as a quest, but they gave out that printout, and it was the Raiment of the Frozen Champion. And you could actually punch out the cards. Like they had like perforated edges. You could actually punch them out. And it was supposed to be a supplement for Frozen Horror. They released it digitally at about the same time, but the digital version had the Raiment of the Frozen Champion and Into the Northlands. And the problem was the people that were at the convention unfortunately sold it for $50 online, like the very day. And it was like, you jerks, scalping stuff. Well, anyway, the PDF I really appreciated. I was like, Avalon Hill did a great job with this, providing just an easy way to give us like an update, like immediately. And so I think he's paying tribute to that here. So Alchemy expansion set. This fan-made, stressing fan-made, mini expansion tries to enhance the use of the Alchemy card deck included in Rise of the Dreadmoon quest pack, so the heroes can truly craft any potion on their own during games. To play with this mini expansion, simply add a series of additional cards to Rise of the Dreadmoon, Treasure, and Alchemy decks and play according to the normal rules. There you go. The only difference when playing with these new cards is to craft some potions, the hero will now need 2 different reagents. When playing with this mini expansion, heroes should be allowed to search for treasure in corridors as well. And I did ask Hispazargon about that last part. Searching for treasure in corridors was something you could do in the first edition and never after that. I've often allowed it because I think, sure, why not? Search for treasure in corridors. But the way I do it is I just say each section of corridor you can only be searched once per quest. His intention is just treat a corridor exactly like a room. So each hero can search it once. No monsters present. Draw a card. But anyway, let's take a look. So we got Path Sprouts, Leaf of Legend, Shadow Herb. Are these AI generated? I'm sort of guessing they are, but these days I always assume it's AI. Some of it looks like it could fit in the app, actually, but I don't know. It's that same style. Alchemy expansion set. So there's a card that explains it. So you got Superior Restoration, Potion of Magic, Elder Wisdom, Recall, Battle Rage, Celerity, Healing, Magic Resistance, Vision. Holy Water has its own card now for this. Restoration, Frostskin. Yeah, because Holy Water was an equipment card in the remake. That was like the first mod that I did for the remake Hero Quest, is to print it as a treasure card, because I'm like, I want it to be a treasure card. Just like classic editions, European editions. Hispazargon says, the thing is now the treasure deck is mostly double size, so more searches are desired to degrade it faster. Yeah, because you're still discarding everything.
Yeah.
Fun.
I believe the game separated the holy water for only one reason from the potion, because you don't drink it. All the other one you had to consume.
Oh yeah,
the holy water is projector, is
you throw it. Yeah.
ammo.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. In the original version, you do it instead of attacking. So the closest thing to compare to in the North American version would be like a spell scroll. It's magic, it takes an action, but at the same time, it's an object that you could give to someone, right? But yeah, whereas a potion is kind of its own thing. Yeah, I modified my holy water so you could like, well, I guess you're not really drinking it. You could pour it on somebody's head to like give them a mind point back, or you could chuck it at a zombie or something. So got Sentinel Mushroom, Wolf's Howl. So these are all the new ones. I like them. They look nice. You made sure to put fan made all over it. I still worry that somebody is going to try to like sell these. And I suppose at a certain point you can't stop them. I mean, you could put your logo all over it and they'll still just like Photoshop it out and try to sell it. So please don't do that. Anybody who's thinking of doing that. I mean, I could see myself printing these out and using them. So you've got treasure cards. Because the alchemy system in HeroQuest right now is you've got your treasure cards in the deck where you find reagents. And then you've got an alchemy deck that corresponds to what you get. This Bizarre Gun says, Holy Water is already officially crafted by Sacred Plant and Rise of the Red Moon, but it had no alchemy card there. True. So, Pat's Brow, Sentinel Mushroom. Oh, okay. So he gave us, again, the random gold, but using this image, which looks like it's from the app. He says, the most difficult
These are
regions
so cool.
to be found, let you craft better options. Yeah. Now this one, the hazard's the same. I'm just like, oh, why couldn't you just change this? But I mean, hey, it's his mod. He wants to do it this way. It's not meant to be sold, so it's just like having another copy, another hazard, another poison. I know we were having some discussions, like people were saying, well, I don't want my kids to like drink random things like under the sink. It's like, okay, yeah, that's a good parenting, tip, but I don't know. In HeroQuest, you somehow know the stuff is what it is. Except for the poison, it's like, why would you just drink a random bottle? It's like you think it would get the heroes once, and after that, they would never fall for it again. But maybe it's mislabeled. I created a potion card where it's just, oh, the vial explodes, and it just sprays the stuff in your face, and so that's how it hurts you. But there's different ways you could do it. It's expired. Makes you sick.
Yeah, I would like them to do like an acid card.
Yeah.
Where you may not know it's acid until you drink it or throw it. Where either way it would do 1 body point.
Yeah. It's just, I think it's more connected to the old way Dungeons and Dragons work. When you find an item, you have to identify it. So you have to, how do you identify a potion if you don't taste it? That is the point, I believe.
You have your little creature that follows you around and tastes it for you.
I mean, there's a label, +2 body points, and no.
Yeah. It says healing potion on it. You're like, yeah, but this
so
looks like an orc.
Poison,
an orc wrote this in crayon.
Yeah, but even if you just smell like a poison and acid or something, you get maimed.
Right.
So.
Well, and you could complicate it. You could say, well, an alchemist would know. He'd be able to tell. He's got his little testing strips. He's like, no, not safe. Whereas a barbarian just like chunks it down. It's like, no, you idiot.
Is for the barbarian, of course.
Right, or you need a reagent kit to identify it.
So yeah. Anyway, I just remember as a kid there were so many video games where how do you grab power-ups? Well, you just touch them. That's it. You touch a power-up, you automatically get it, whatever it is. So the video game would train you to just grab everything you see, but then they would throw you off occasionally by giving you it's an anti-power-up, like it actually hurts you. And so then you have to suddenly pay attention and go, wait a minute, don't grab everything. Avoid the thing with the skull and crossbones on it. That'll hurt you. Yeah. Don't worry, His Bizarre Gun. I will. I'm just going through it real quick. Yeah, this is not meant to be an exhaustive analysis. We got the Wandering Monsters. This is all repeat. This is the Holy Water, except this is now.
Stop a second. There's a Nasbar. I didn't recognize. It's the giant shed centipede. Okay.
Yeah. These are from Jungles of Delthrak, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
But as with all the mods that are out there, I mean, he gave you his intention for it, but if you want to use it for something else, I suppose why not? New character sheet.
Oh, I like the character
Bohemius,
sheet.
I feel like this might be a
page.
tribute to you. Yeah, you fold it in half and you got the other side stuff. He tracked out the mind points. He's got these, so reagents, spell scrolls. Oh, it's very nice. It looks very nice. Okay, so let's just to kind of finish up here.
Yeah, we need more space.
Yeah.
If it's not a one-shot game, you need a very huge character sheet.
Yeah. Also, I've got all kinds of fans going. The problem is like it was really cold, so it was like too cold in the building, and so then my landlord cranked up the heat, but like I think he cranked it up too much, and so now it's just like, whew, I feel like I'm in a steaming jungle of Delthrak. Okay, I'm looking for the alchemy thread. Hispazargon, if you want to post it in the chat, that's fine. I'm just looking for it. I really did like the alchemy system that they introduced in Rise of the Dread Moon. I think it's simple, it's good, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, this isn't what I wanted. I wanted something more complex," or it's just I feel like it's a general kind of starting point. But hey, I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of these. Maybe they're just not that popular. One Easter egg, character sheet sword is Sir Agnar's one. Ah, very nice. From Rise of the Dread Moon artwork. Yeah, that's another nice thing. For Wizards of Morcar, we finally get a figure inspired by that artwork. Okay, so I'm going to just grab the thread and let's just take a quick look. Oh, so this is Yield In forum. This is the thread Hispazargon has going about it. Rise of the Dread Moon Alchemy Expansion. Okay, so there is a download link. It's for Google Drive. You can get all the required files. And if you're a member of the forum, you can get the PDF. I know a few people have complained and said, well, I don't want to join the forum. Or I joined the forum, but I got to post, 14 posts before they let me download files. It's just like, it's not that tough, really. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's their rule. I don't run it. I'm not a part of their staff. I have no influence. I mean, they're trying to keep people from just abusing it, I guess. And I realize, like, if you're on a phone, it doesn't look as pretty as just a regular thing. I mean, Icarith has been working on an update for it, but he doesn't always have time, so it is what it is. Anyway, I'll post the Google Drive link. I think that's okay to share, right? Yeah, so it's intended for Rise of the Dread Moon, but I suppose you could use this in any quest, couldn't you? But anyway, you can read the thread yourself. I'll link that also in the Twitch chat. He's got the statistics. So total number of cards, 32. 24 from Game System plus 8 from Rise of the Dread Moon. 20 good cards, 12 bad cards. 6 wandering monsters, 6 hazards. 8 gold cards. 12 potion or reagent cards, 250 gold. Oh yeah, because the reagents can be used mid-quest. You don't just have to wait. They have like a week use, or you can craft them into something really good. Either if you're the wizard near an alchemist bench, or you are someone else who has an expensive reagent kit, which as Zargon you're going to have to allow them to buy or find if you want them to use it. Gives all the probabilities there. That's assuming you shuffle thoroughly after each draw, which you should do. Okay, well, very nice. Thank you for sharing that. So yeah, could we use that in a future game? Possibly. I mean, we're getting close to the end here. We're on quest 9 of Against the Ogre Horde. We're getting close to the end. Problem is, I've had to take some time off, so I'm not sure if we're gonna actually finish everything by the end of the year. We'll just have to see, because we're close on Jungles of Delthrak as well. But I mean, I've got Thanksgiving, I got Christmas vacation next week, and I'm not going to be around to do these. I'm not even sure if we're going to do the Rantcast podcast. If Strange Bus can host, I can join him like on a phone, but that's kind of the best we can do. But anyway, we'll try to keep you updated. All right, are we ready for Against the Ogre Horde? If we have any energy left. I think when we last left our heroes, it was Zargon's turn. Any questions before we start? I know it's been a while. We got Jacer, Glasgow, Grimlore, and Bohemius. So Glasgow's the elf.
Yeah, I think I'm all up to date. Maybe just a reminder of the quest again in this one. I think this is the one we're searching for the Lord.
Yes. Search for the lair of the Ogre Lord, or the fortress of the Ogre Lord. Yeah. At last you've reached the heart of the fortress where Ikur, the lord of the Deergrushed ogres, presides over his domain. Ikur has been completely corrupted by the lure of Zargon. There's yet hope for the ogre people under his reign. If you can defeat Ikur, you will break the unity of the Horde and save the realm from Zargon's threat. Sounds so easy. Alright, so you started at the steel door there. And you made your way down here, split the party, of course. And we've got the druid. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, so we've got the druid over here in bear form with a couple of Famir. Got the rest of the heroes down here. We do have some ogre mercenaries. Just check that. Yep, I had to restart, or extend, rather, the arena battle, because that had expired while I was on break there. Okay, so it is Zargon's turn. Any other questions before we get started?
Can I just confirm? I think the ogre mercenary that I'm using has got 2 body points, but I'm not entirely sure.
The blue one. So he's got 2 left. I mean,
Also, is
I'll go with that.
the druid after the barbarian?
Oh, forgot to uncover him there. Thank you. Yeah, whenever we're gone for a while, it's like we have to kind of get our bearings again. Let me make sure those numbers are all correct. Welcome to HeroQuest. Okay, 5 4 10 1 3 5 7 3 5 4. Yep.
I think the
Monk?
monk is instead of the barbarian.
Ah. Okay, now we got our party correct. Now we can get this party started. Okay, so we'll get our combat music going. Alright, the Elite Famir moves forward to attack the bear. Two skulls. Bohemius rolls 1 defense. Takes a damage. And diminishes to his normal form. Other Famir moves over to attack. One skull. Ching! That time he defended. Okay. Okay. Heroes. So I guess we start with the monk.
Yeah. Which way were we going? Were we going south?
This is a closed door, by the way.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for movement, and I'm gonna go into that room south.
Okay.
I'll go straight down into that room.
Oh, power's reset, by the way.
Okay. And could I speak with Stone if the room is empty?
All right. Okay. All right, there are no traps and there are no secret doors.
Okay. I'll just move down one more and right towards that door.
You did your action, so that's it.
Okay then, that's it. Fine.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Unless you were doing the split action, but then you couldn't have done the Speak of Stone, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Elf.
Okay, so my movement's 9. I'll just follow the monk and go 1 south of the monk.
All right, you followed the path of the wandering monk, and it led you to a room
Let's
with
go.
a treasure chest.
Yeah, what is 1, 2, 3, 4? That's 5 so far. Let's go 1 to the east as well. Takes me to 6. And that's a closed door, isn't it? We've not been through there yet.
Correct.
Okay, let's open the door.
All right. All right, you open the door, revealing the room. Okay, you see a number of things. A stone wall. A door.
Interesting. What's behind that wall?
Probably nothing. Bookcase. And a bunch
It's
of
the
monsters.
privy. You'll find a chamber pot in the corner.
Hopefully it's not a mimic. Okay. So Chaos Warriors and Goblins.
Oh, crikey. 3 Chaos Warriors.
Yep.
What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 so far. I've got 9.
So we got some elite goblins in there. And 1 elite Chaos Warrior. I guess I could use a special for him.
Okay, can I go? Let's see. That's 6. Okay, let's venture into the room. We'll go 2 more east. And 1 south between the goblins. And I'm going to hit this room with a hypnotic blaze.
Dang. Okay. All right, and as always, I have to roll for all their mind points. And if it's the same or lower, they get frozen for or unable to do anything for 3 turns. Yes, there's a goblin hiding behind there. Come on. Can a guy get a little privacy here? Guess not.
Oh, so there's a goblin behind the wall. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say you couldn't see him, just looking through the doorway. But yeah. Now you know he's there because he's affected by the magic. Okay.
Okay. I think it's if they roll equal to or lower, they defend.
They're unaffected.
Yeah, you're right. Equal or greater, they're paralyzed for 3 turns. Okay.
I've got the card here. I've just checked. If they roll equal to or lower, they defend. So if it rolls higher, they are affected.
Oh, only higher. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, only higher.
You may be right. I may be crazy. Yeah, you're right. It is greater only. You think it with as much as you use that spell, I'd know it by now, but I guess not. Okay, so the goblin only has 1 mind point. Chaos warrior has 3. All right. So we'll do that. So we'll say goblins. Okay, so this first one is unaffected. This second guy is affected. Is that gonna be too bright? Yeah, it's too bright. Looking for my little fire tokens. Oh, here they are. I mean, I've long been of the opinion you don't need all these little tokens and indicators and things, but sometimes they really do help keep track of things. Especially as you add more things to the game. Okay, and so then the 3 Chaos Warriors. Okay, so that one. Okay, so these first 2 are unaffected, but the elite is affected. Okay. All right, and I suppose the way we've done it before is it's for 3 turns. So we'll start out with the 3. Okay, so that was the elf's turn.
So now
is the goblin behind the wall immune?
Oh yeah, he has the toilet paper of immunity. Now I have to roll for him too. Thanks. Okay, he's definitely affected.
It's his fault for eating 10 burritos.
Yep. At least he's got a newspaper. He'll be all right. Okay. All right. Next, the dwarf.
I think
No,
my
the
ogre gets
ogre.
to go next.
Wait, what?
His
Oh, the
ogre
ogre.
gets to go.
Oh, forgot about the ogres. Okay, so right there. And you think he has 2 body points left?
Can you? Yeah, I think he's got 2 left. That's what I've got noted down. But I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah. Well, I know he'd taken some damage, but I don't think I wrote it down, so we'll go with what you say.
All right. Can you remind me how far my ogre can move?
8.
All right. Let's see. Okay, can we go 2 south, 2 east? And let's try to squash that goblin. Two skulls.
I feel like the elf is like waving his hands around, like don't look at the pretty flames, not for you. So okay, I think you got him. He's only got 1 defense, even though he is an elite. So
All right. Okay, I'll call on the dwarf. Can I do? Oh no, I can't. It's not the elf's turn. Okay, it's the dwarf.
elf kind of shrugs his shoulders. Okay, Jacer.
All right, 7 for movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I'll move 7 spaces to the right. Oh wait. Let me go south of the ogre, and that between the ogre and the elf there, and I'll use my crossbow and I'll shoot the red chaos warrior.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could shoot right through those flames. They're illusionary anyway. And since that chaos warrior can't defend, whatever damage you do is the damage you do.
2.
Some of you may remember from back in the 90s that this was a pretty hard quest, so I don't blame you for
And we'll
pulling
bring
up
we'll bring the ogre 7 spaces to stand next to the other ogre.
Huh?
And then I'll pass my turn.
Ready. I'm not ready. Okay. All right. The wise and circumspect druid.
And attack the non-elite Femir with the axe.
Right.
One skull, and the rest can move.
Ching, but the wrestling move gets him. What's it gonna be?
Pick a card, please.
Okay. All right. 3-point stance, clothesline. Ah. Okay, he takes 1 damage.
Do we have doors in the next room? Don't remember. Yeah, there's a door. Let's
Yep.
roll. Eight. So I move close to the next door.
All right, what path are you taking to get there?
One to the right, 2 south, and 3 to the right.
All right, you landed on a trap. Falling blocks.
Okay.
So roll 3 combat dice. For each skull, you take damage, and then you have to choose which square to move to adjacent, and then your turn is over.
Ouch. No, my turn is over.
After you move. Okay, so you took 3 damage. So where do you want to go?
You let every
One
rock
square
in your
to,
head.
Yep.
1 square to the right.
Okay. It's painful. All right, my turn.
Yep.
Yeah, usually Zargon puts the traps like at the doorways. So like the one time he puts it in the middle of the room, it's like got him. Okay, so this is the first turn. These guys are frozen, right? So these guys can't do anything. But these other 2 Chaos Warriors could attack. So let's see. 2. All right, he's attacking the ogre. Two skulls. Ogre defends with 4. Ching, wrestling move.
Let's do a power slam.
Okay, this other Chaos Warrior. Go 1, 2, I guess. Yeah. Okay, and now the Famir. So they're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The elite attacks Druid. 2 skulls. Ooh, that's a hit. He goes down.
Use D6.
Okay. It's your healing potion to save yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Use it. Well, I mean, if you're using 2 of them.
Just big thumbs.
Ah, yes.
2.
Classic. Okay. It's 2 back, and he's alive. I might have made a mistake. Do you have a healing 1d6? Because I have written down you have a +4, a +2, and a warmth +1.
So I'll use the warmth. I thought I have 4 potions. Let me
I may have.
check.
Well, I may have goofed up because it does say does say 4.
I don't remember who bought it.
You know what? We'll just give it to you. I'm probably wrong. Okay, we'll just go with that. whenever that's been a while, it's always possible. Goofed up. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so you're fine with 2. And let's see. Next, Famir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay, can't quite reach you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I think he'll just stay back here. I guess you can just keep running around him. In that case, maybe... Yeah, I'll stay behind the stone. Okay, that's what I choose to do. Back to the heroes.
If I move 1 to the right, would I be able to get a shot with my crossbow on anyone in that room? Am I obstructed?
If you moved here, yeah, there's nobody that you can hit. I know it's a very crowded room. Let's see.
So
If you moved into the room, I think it doesn't look like there's any good spots for you to hit anybody.
no.
Not with the way I play the crossbow.
Yeah. No, same. What's in the what is that in the other corner of the room, the bottom left? In the room I'm in.
Oh, that's a treasure chest.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Has anyone searched that yet? Has
No, we
anybody-
I don't
haven't.
remember.
Unless we
Okay.
did, and that's why we're off. If you want to search it, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll search the treasure chest.
Well, I was gonna say nobody was in that room yet. We're
You wouldn't have had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a gift from Gruzbella. Smuggled into the fortress to aid heroes on their quest. The first hero to search for treasure in a room containing one of these chests will find 4 healing potions. Each restores worth 1 red die worth of body points, not exceeding your total.
Brilliant. Okay, that's the time.
All right.
Does anybody nearby me need any healing potions?
I mean, looks like the only one standing next to you is the ogre, and he's full strength.
Okay, I'll leave my turn there then.
yeah. If you get a chance later, maybe the elf or the druid, or if you get next to the other ogre, you could administer him a potion.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, if anyone wants one, just, come and get one. There's plenty to go around.
Grimlore, have you used up your heroic brew, by the way?
I've still got it written on my sheet.
Okay,
but
so do I.
got it. Not sure if I've crossed it off.
All right. So you've got that,
Yeah.
fire resistance, potion of charm, defense, healing +2, and now 5 1d6 healings and magic resistance against all effects, right?
Yeah.
And 1 gold coin,
Yeah.
which he's going to put under his pillow when he gets home. Okay.
And the Tooth Fairy will bring him teeth.
Maybe. Maybe orc teeth. Ah, they see that's how he games the system. He puts orc teeth under his pillow. Yep. Little Warhammer joke there. Okay. All right. So that was the monk and the elf.
Okay, can I arm the Warhammer and I'll attack the injured warrior?
Okay. And he does get to defend, except but you got a wrestling move. Yeah, I guess you just hit him. Hit him with it.
I'll tell you what, actually, can I negate that? Can I just use my potion of battle and try again?
Sure. Looks like you're gonna hit him with the burning
Okay, so
hammer.
we'll just we'll ignore the wrestling move and we'll drink the potion of battle.
Yep.
Hope for something better.
It's like he raised his arm and the fans were like, yeah, and then he was like, psych. Like, no, boo boo. Yeah.
I was gonna say have the ogre do it, and if he gets a wrestling move, you can tag team him.
Funny. Okay, so you
Yeah,
got
that would be good. Unfortunately, a worse roll for me, just one skull.
okay. Ching, no damage. So that was the potion of battle used up. All right, and your ogre. Well, you're not. Your turn is an ogre. I just mean dope. Never mind.
Jacer, would you rather I move the elf out of here? Would that help you, or are you able to attack from there?
I mean, I could attack diagonally, but if you moved out, I could move my ogre in, and then he could maybe attack and make more room.
How's your ogre doing health-wise?
Full health. Well, even
all
if
right,
your
okay,
ogre-
let's
if your- you can even switch out your ogre, have him attack and then move, and then I can move my ogre in that spot.
yeah,
Either
okay,
way it
let's
works.
do that. Let's do that. Okay, so what I'll say is the elf is finished his turn, and we'll move on to the ogre, and he'll attack the warrior.
Okay.
Three skulls.
Ooh. Might have got him. Ching, two. The ogre mercenary has 4 body points total, though, right? Not 5.
4, yes.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
actually, I put too many skulls out. He has 2 damage, so he has 2 left. He's at half health.
Okay. So my ogre merc is now going to move back into the blue room 3 squares to the west. And it's the mighty dwarf.
All right. I'm gonna shoot that Chaos Warrior again.
The elite. Okay.
I guess I just threw the bolt at him. Couldn't load it fast enough. Got him in the eye though. And then the ogre will charge in and attack that Chaos Warrior.
I feel like as the Chaos Warrior like falls to the ground, he like lands face first in the flames, and it doesn't burn him, and he's like, "Dang it!"
I was tricked.
Yep. Okay, sorry. What was the other thing you were gonna do there?
The ogre's going to charge in 2 spots and attack that chaos warrior. Three skulls.
Okay. Got him.
All right. Let's pass over to the druid.
I'm attacking this the one wounded
Okay.
or
So
the elite. You know what? Because there's a possibility of another trap, I'm going to get a potion, the +4, to get to full.
Okay.
And then I roll for movement. Okay.
All right. Shapeshift is once again available.
Going one south and to the left. And attack to the left. 2. 1, 2. Okay. Now I attack with longsword, the shield. This guy.
Okay. Attacking the Famir.
2 skulls.
Got him.
Good. Didn't get the trap. Pass. Your turn, Sargon.
I was gonna say that I should say like you landed on a nothing trap. Like a ghost appears, shrugs his shoulders, and then just vanishes. Like that was silly. Okay. All right. Let's have the elite Famir move into attack. Attacking the druid. 3 skulls. Three hits.
I don't want to roll shields today.
Baby.
Baby. Your turn.
Yep, still my turn. Okay, now with the Hypnotic Blaze, this would be the second one, so we're down to 2 turns. So these guys are still frozen. Let's see if I have any cards I could use. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Heroes. Monk.
Where did the Famir go?
Hmm?
Oh, did I miss it?
Yeah, he's right there. He did.
Okay.
He just moved and attacked. That was
Oh,
it.
he just attacked. Okay.
This would be the. I know Halloween's over, but this would be the part where you're like, "Where'd the Famir go?" And like, well, and he's like, he's right behind you. Ah! The hand on the shoulder. Ah! I still have lots of candy to eat. Let's just say a lot of people were giving out full-size candy bars this year. It's like, wow. Okay. All right. Monk.
So I'd like to move towards the goblin around the corner of that wall, please. And yeah.
Suddenly, a sign next to you says "No longer occupied."
He's been flushed.
Yeah. Now we know who number 2 works for. Okay. All right. Anyway, Elf.
Okay, so using my Warhammer, I attack the goblin. Two
Sad.
skulls.
Sad, really. Got him.
And rolling for movement. Eight. That's a book. Is that a bookcase or a cupboard beside us?
Bookcase. I know. I still need to paint it.
Bookcase.
Paint it more.
Okay, can we go 2 east, 3 north to the door? And can I drink? I'll drink my potion of recall, and to give me back hypnotic blaze.
Wow. Okay. Potion of recall has been used. Hypnotic blaze is back.
And I'll move my ogre. Just go 6 to the east and 1 north beside the elf. And it's over to Jacer.
Right. 8 for movement. Let's go 3 to the right. And I'll do a search for treasure.
Okay. There is one bonus search. Are you going to do that or regular?
I'll do a regular search.
Okay.
Let Bohemius use the bonus search.
Okay. Left over from last time. Okay. Gold. You search and find several amounts of gold hidden in several places, but lose track of time. Hispazargon likes this one. Roll 1 die and multiply the result by 10. See how many coins you find and miss your next turn. Two. Okay. So you got 20 gold.
20 gold.
545, I think, is your Current total. Maybe there was a little bit of that hypnotic glaze left and he accidentally looked at it. Oops.
And I'll have my ogre run 8 spaces towards the druid.
Oh, back the other way. Okay. Okay, speaking of the druid. Bohemius.
We attack the lead. Yes, we do not sort 1.
Ching! No damage.
We do safe search.
Ah. Okay, this is the bonus treasure search. Even with a monster present, we'll just ignore that. Gold. 25 gold coins.
Yeah. Do a magic trick to the Fimir.
Pull all these coins out of his ears. He's like, stop that.
Yeah. Stop it. Yeah. It's a trick of the eye.
Yeah, and he's only got one eye to watch you too, so it makes it even easier for you to do.
Yeah. Super confused. What? What? Move.
Yeah.
Move 1, 3 to the right. One north. Open the door.
Okay, reel in the room. Sorry, I lost my place there. Okay. Inside this room you see something.
Alright, we need to dismantle. We need to dismantle this mosaic.
Your thievery and looting knows no bounds.
What is that?
Okay, so this appears to be the chamber of Festral's assistant. Well, I guess he's inherited the title now. Zenloth, the Dread Mage.
Is that the guy we killed in the room with him? Or is that a different apprentice?
Different one. I guess that was the apprentice. This is the assistant. So we're being technical here. Where's that miniature? Okay, here we go.
Okay. So we got the guy thought it was a tag on the door. This is office of the apprentice.
Yep.
Is absent.
No, he's there.
Alone.
Apparently.
I don't trust it. So let's go. Let's keep moving. 1 to the left. To the left.
Wait a minute. Sorry. I wanted you to go in the room so badly I didn't even remember what directions were. Okay, so you're back one.
1 north. Did I roll 8, right? Yes. So 2 more. 2 to the left. Yep. And pass. Goes Argon.
Excellent. Okay. All right. The Elite Famir attacks you. One skull.
One shield.
Ching. Let me look and see here. Just looking to see what I can do. All right. He's going to move. Let's see. One. Can I hit you from here? I think I can. All right. He is going to cast a spell. Might as well. All right, he's going to use Mind Lock against the Druid. Okay, so we both roll dice equal to our mind points. I have 4 mind points. You'll be frozen for 1 turn for each skull that I score above you. Two. And you have, what, 3 mind points? Okay, so you scored 1 skull, I scored 2, so you lose 1 turn.
Okay. I don't have. Wait a second. My magic has. Okay, I'm going to use a potion to resist
All right, so
the
magic
magic
resistance.
effect.
Yep. Okay. So it you shake yourself off, and it's like, ha! Drat. No effect. But he has lots more magic. I'll just warn you there. Okay, looks like that's it for my turn, so back to the heroes. Monk. Oh, and his powers are restored, by the way.
Can I? Would I be able to use Soaring Dragon to jump over this wall? Or is it trapped?
To jump over the wall. What's your rationale there? That he would just like save movement, basically?
Yeah, just so I can save one movement really. Or save.
How about this? I'll say an uncommon feat. If you succeed, you can flip over the wall. If you fail, I guess you're just gonna fall down and lose your movement for that turn.
Do I get uncommon feet by default because I've got bare feet, so they're uncommon. I can walk anywhere.
I'm not gonna push it any further than that. So you have 50% chance of success if you agree. You can roll one combat die. Skull, you succeed. Anything else, you fail. Oh, wait. Am I saying that you're? How about this? You could still use your movement, but your power will be used up. If you still agree, go ahead and roll. Okay, he succeeded. All right, so you parkoured around the wall, landed here for free.
Yeah, and just out into the blue room with the treasure towards. I want to go and help out Bohemian.
Okay, so you got to do your movement roll. Or, oh, you rolled 4 already. Okay, so you got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Just a little extra distance. Well, I start to wonder if we're going to get to that point in Hero Quest where they're just going to say, yeah, you just want to do something fancy, just sacrifice one of your spells and you can just do it. Like, yep. Sounds like a kind of a something you'd see in like Sioux Quest, but I could see people homebrewing that pretty easily. Of course, depending on what the spell is, I mean, could matter quite a bit.
Burn a spell slot and do it uncommon
Yeah.
feat or whatever. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm not going to use Pass the Rock, but I'm just going to like use it to like blow up the table or, whatever it is. Get an extra movement roll. Reroll something. Yeah. Could be an easy homebrew. Okay. Next, the elf.
Okay, rolling for movement. $11. That's a good roll.
Goes up to 11.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Pass Through Rock on myself.
All right.
And let's head up towards the druid. So, can I see more of the board, please, Kurgan? Thanks.
You mean Zargon?
Yeah. Okay, let's head 4, 5, 6. Can we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 north? Well, 1 north first. Let's see what's in this room.
All right. Seems to be solid rock.
Okay, let's just keep going then. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 north altogether. So, yeah, 1 more. And then, yeah, 4 east. Okay, I think that's the elf's turn over. I will pass to the ogre. Are the mercenaries allowed to open doors?
Yes. Oh, I forgot to give him back a body point. He's picking his teeth.
Right, yeah, let's go see what's in this room. So we'll go one north and open the door.
Okay. Revealing the room. Okay, there's a closed door. And it looks like there's an ogre champion
Oh, gold.
and another one of these ogre warriors. Well, just to avoid confusion, I'll use one of these. Ha ha ha! Come get some!
Oh, dear. Okay. Right, let's just go for it. So we'll go into the room. We'll go one east, one south. And we'll try and attack this this champion or whatever. This is probably not going to end well.
Sorry, there was
Two skills.
not sorry. There was a pit trap there. Okay, so one body point is lost.
Oh, I'm so sad about that. All right, it's on to the druid.
Hey, about me. I know the dwarf's counting coins, but the ogre is going to keep running towards the druid.
Yep.
Sorry, Jacer.
It's all right. I was busy counting gold.
I'm not counting gold.
So yeah, he can move 8 spaces towards the druid.
Oh, another way. 1, 2, 4. I guess that's the route to take. Because he has to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 more turns he'll be there.
Yeah.
If there's anything left to fight.
Yep.
All right, pass to the druid.
Before you take your turn, how's everybody doing on time, by the way?
All good here.
Fine.
All right. Great.
They're doing good. Probably another 45 minutes to an hour.
Nice. Yeah, we got such a late start. Okay, go for it. Bohemius?
Yeah. So I'll use the crossbow and attack the caster.
All right.
1.
Oops. Ching. No damage.
And then move. Seven. So one north. One to the left. Three north. Four north. And pass.
All right. Okay, so the Famir gives chase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To attack the druid. Two skulls. Ching.
Wrestling move. Yeah. Pick a card, please.
DDT. DDT. Ugh. Okay. Takes 1 damage. Staggers to his feet. Alright, you finished your turn? Or no, it's my turn still.
That's your turn.
It's my turn. Let me see what I can do. Alright. Let's see, I've got 3. Yeah. Of course, I'm using the newer deck here of Evil Wizard cards. I'm going to use Monstrous Brew. So I'm going to go through the treasure deck until I find a potion and use it immediately. Let's see. Does that mean... Yeah, I think we're gonna cycle through. So ignore that one. Potion of Healing. Okay. We'll use that Potion of Healing. This guy's gonna use it. Alright, but he only has maximum 2 anyway, so he's fully healed. I like to think that it like teleported out of this guy's like hand and appeared in his hand, and he look. Okay, but he can still do stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now to the ogres. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. All right, he's gonna go 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, I'm gonna attack diagonally against you in the pit, Mr. Mercenary, and you defend with 1 less. And I'll be attacking with 5. Four skulls. 3 damage. Afraid it's curtains. Well, I guess I have been observing the incapacitated, so we'll say he's incapacitated. This is only for mercenaries and animal companions. So you guys have 1 chance to save him. Okay. The other one, let's see. The Ogre Warrior. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Heroes. And your powers reset again, Mr. Monk.
Can I go back on myself and go back in the room and go to that doorway and administer a potion on that ogre, please?
Okay, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. All right, which potion are you gonna use?
One of the ones I got free in that treasure chest.
Okay, so 1d6. All right, you pour it down the pit. Kind of like some of it splashes on his face. He's like, what? He's got a little bit of life left in him.
Roll to see how much landed in his mouth.
Yeah. Five. Ah, he's back to full.
Nice.
Excellent.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, excellent. Now the elf.
Thanks, Grimlore.
No problem.
Okay, elf rolling for movement. Just 7 this time. Okay, so we'll go 5 north. And 2 east into the room. Okay, I'll fire my longbow at the Famir.
Right. Mentorbot. Sleeping.
Two skulls.
Great. I was just about to check it to make sure it was still working. Okay, well done. Ching. Ha. All right.
Okay, I'll end my turn and I will go to my my reincarnated ogre.
He's feeling great.
Right, first of all, we'll take a -1 attack die attack on the ogre to the south.
All right.
On skull.
Ching. No damage.
Okay, and can we retreat? So let's go. Yeah, we'll go 2 west.
Okay. I feel like as you try to get out of the pit, he's trying to like step on your fingers, but maybe the monk gave you a boost out. Like, ah.
Yeah, that helpful monk. Thank you.
Yep. He has compassion on all creatures who
Okay.
haven't permanently chosen the path of evil.
Right.
Right.
The dwarf has had his gold fix. He's ready for some fighting.
Yeah, that's true. What
All
will
right.
you do?
He's gonna move 2 north, and pretty much stand there.
All right.
I'm not fighting in a pit, and I don't know if I want to try to jump it. Let me do a search for secret doors.
Could be useful. Okay, secret doors. No secret doors discovered in the room.
All right. Up to the ogre.
You did find a little handle, but when you pulled on it, you just heard a flushing sound. So
Oh, upgraded chamber pot. Nice.
well, maybe he's the one who invented it.
Oh, we killed the poor guy. Goblin tinker.
Lost technology. Goblin artificer. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna send us into the dark ages.
Well, I'm not going to say it because we try to keep our language clean on this one, but it's the Dread Shifter, right? Yeah. Anyway. Okay, next. The
All
ogre.
right. The ogre.
These jokes stink, man. Okay.
8 will get me, I guess, to that door by the elf. All right. On to the druid.
Okay.
I am a shapeshifter.
He is. He doesn't see what's so funny about all that. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Not laughing at all.
Not laughing.
Nope.
So, well, let's see. Movement.
Oh, I forgot to say it. Thanks for the subscription, by the way.
Yeah. We're here having fun.
Yep. Finally. And Hith
Appreciate what
Zargan
you
wished
do.
us a good dungeon night, so that's good too.
So, Tim? So 10. Move. Okay, let's do something. Let's attack first. Well, I don't know why I roll 2. Again.
Attacking with the
There you
weaker
go.
weapon this time.
No, it's still the same, but big thumbs. I
Long
hit
sword.
the wrong number.
Yep.
So yeah, 2 skulls
Okay.
on the elite.
Ching. Oh, one got through. The old thumb in the eye trick. Ah. Okay.
And then I let the elf tank a little bit. I moved 3 squares to the left. Phew. Go elf. Use your body points. Pass.
All right. But first, his Argon will take a turn. Okay. So you took a turn. Let's see. I think this gives me a second turn. Well, nah, I'll just save that. Okay. The Elite Familiar will attack the elf this time. 1 skull. Oh man. Too bad this isn't Space Crusade. Okay, so you take damage. Alright, now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Zenloth is going to attempt... because you can't protect yourself against this. Alright, I'm going to use Mind Lock on you. Well, I guess you have the normal resistance. Okay, so I roll combat dice for my mind points. Oh, but you have 5. You have more than I do. Alright,
You have line of sight.
yes. Got my eye on you.
Oh, sorry, is it the druid you're attacking or the elf?
Elf. Sorry, I didn't say. I guess
It's just
I could.
if you go diagonally from where the position of the warlock, I think you missed the elf from there. Through the corner of the wall.
Oh, I've never thought of the hard corners rule. So you're thinking I could hit
Oh, okay.
the druid behind him? See, I'd think it would be less likely.
I wasn't trying to give you ideas. No.
Okay, fine. He hits both of them. No, I'm thinking I can hit the elf. Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing five combat dice.
Yes. So I only scored 1 skull. So you just got to score 2. Let's see. In excess, though. So I guess it just
1.
cancels each other out. So yeah, you're not affected. Okay.
In which way can you power up this spell? You cannot power up. You have just tokens for this one.
Yeah. So I have 5 tokens for this spell, and I've used 2 of them already.
Okay, because I thought the tokens were there to have like power, kind of a power. Like you can use it 5 times or make one very strong, or I. Just I'm just
Oh,
curious.
that's kind of interesting. I hadn't thought of that. I wish I'd thought of that like a couple months ago. Maybe that's how some people played it. So my understanding is the way, at least the way it was written, is each, like if it says you have 5 instances of the spell, you have 5 times you can use it. But now there is one spell, Dominate, where yeah, it's a little confusing because there the tokens could represent how many turns it lasts for.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for this one too.
No.
Okay. Because I remember there was the possibility to make the spell stronger with these mind spells.
Yeah. So I know I've rewritten this slightly, but I mean the mechanics are the same. So that's Dominate, and then Mind Lock is like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I guess there is room for some interpretation there as far as Zargon is concerned, or Morcar. So is that how you played it back in the day? You guys tell me, how did you do it?
I don't remember. That's why I'm asking. I don't remember. I don't remember. And wanted just to understand how they write the new spell, because what I know is they reword it. They change the words, but I didn't check if they actually do exactly the same thing.
No, that's a fair point. Let me just take a quick read of it. So if they made it more powerful, yeah. Were you saying, Glasgow?
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just answering your question about how we played it back in the day. I remember playing this. It was simply the number of uses that you have of the spell.
I see. So independent of how long it lasted. So you could like dominate somebody, they bust out of it, and then you do it again.
Yeah, or you dominate somebody, then you dominate another hero. You might be dominating 2 heroes at once, for example.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, so let me just take a quick look. And I remember when Against the Ogre Horde remake first came out, there was a lot of like analysis of this, and I've kind of forgotten some of it. So let's see. Spells of correspond. So they're corresponding cards. May cast 1 spell per turn. Cast a single target. Cast any spell. They may take their movement. Blah, blah, blah. 1 target. Skulls. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, Mind Lock. If no skulls are scored, no effect. Frozen hero rolls 1 defend die. It may not move, attack, or perform any other action. That hero takes a Mind Lock card for each turn they are affected, turning 1 card to Zargon at the end of each of the turns spent frozen. When they return a card, they may attempt to break the spell's hold by rolling a number of combat dice equal to their mind points. On a roll result of 3 or more skulls, they return all remaining Mind Lock cards, and the spell ends. So yeah, there's a little more explanation there. Because they're frozen, they're not just losing a turn. But then when we go to the actual quest, just take a look here. It says Zenloth, the Dread Mage, can cast the spells Mind Lock and Mind Burst. Ha! Told you there. He has 5 cards for each spell. So yeah, I guess it really doesn't. It still gives you that sort of interpretation. You know, if you want to take like the maximalist approach and say you get multiple uses no matter what, it's like the cards are serving dual purpose. Or you could say, oh yeah, if you get a successful thing and it lasts a long time, well, I guess that just used it up. So it's either you have a successful spell that lasts a long time, or you get multiple like short-lived instances in that other interpretation. I don't know. Part of me is like wants them to clarify it, and the other part wants them to just kind of leave it as it is. So if you like to play that other way, you could just say, "See, it says right there," or it doesn't say that I can't do that. So yeah, I guess I'm choosing to take it as yeah, I get to use instances of that spell, and I wouldn't diminish it by the length. Now that I think about it, because that is a little bit stronger. But you guys have
And
so much
it does
resistance.
say
You've
to
been able
give the
to.
card back to Zargon.
Yeah.
So it'd be up to him whether he gave it back to the villain or whether he decided it was discarded.
So yeah, mind lock practically. If you block me with the mind lock, for example, for 3 turn, you have to put 3 cards down.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking. Okay,
So let's
so you
say
have a limited
I
number, but also the number of turn.
Yeah.
If you cast it once, but you have to put 3 tokens
yeah.
close to it, so
You're
you
like-
lose. It's like you use the spell 3 times. Okay, that makes sense now.
But then it'd be like, oh, that was successful. Oh, I've only got 2 left. Oh shoot. So yeah. But yeah, you're right. When I get the card back, does that mean I still have it to use now, or does that mean it's
Well, blocking. So what happens if you have 1 token left and you block a person for 3 turns? You don't have enough token. You block it only for 1 turn.
Mhm.
But it's weird, right?
Yeah, but in what they're saying is, I always get them back. So like somebody is always holding them. Either you're holding them or Zargon's holding them. So if I still have them, theoretically I still have them to use, right?
So you have infinite cast of this.
Sort
You
of.
have still 5. 5 is
Well, yeah, that's
Okay.
the only thing. It's you'd have to keep a record of okay, how many times have I actually used the spell? Because otherwise, yeah, it would just be like, well, I still got the cards in my hand. I guess I could just keep doing them.
yeah. I mean, that's the reason they should have
5
printed a token.
Yeah, I like the tokens. Well, I printed these out. These are not the originals. I couldn't get them
Yeah, you see.
exactly oval, so I just went with hexagons instead. But there you go. Yeah. So in this case, I mean I'm keeping track. I've attempted it twice. So I could attempt it 3 more times. All right. So that was okay. Where did we leave off? Sorry. Nice little side conversation. It is definitely one that you'll probably want to have. before you
Yeah,
play.
the Famir went and the wizard guy went.
Okay. So now it's
The ogres.
the ogres. Yeah, I'd have to take a penalty. Oh, no, I wouldn't have to. Because I can shove people around. So I can really make a mess of things. 1, 2, 3. Shove both of them backwards. 4. Shove him backwards. 5. I have my choice of targets. I'm going to go after the dwarf. Okay, attacking the dwarf. 2 skulls. Ching, and a wrestling move.
Let's stun him.
Dun. Okay. All right, the other ogre is in to attack. It's going to attack the monk. Three skulls. All perfect. Ching. Now you got a wrestling move of your own.
I'm gonna do the Texas Tornado Punch.
Is that where he just spins around and socks him in the face?
Yeah, yeah. Kerry Von Erich style.
Oh man. Whack. Ugh. Okay. Heroes.
Right. Could I do Eye of the Storm, please?
Okay.
Texas Tornado Punch Part 2.
Yep. Okay, so you get to hit both monsters. 2 dice. Oh, you missed.
Yeah. That's okay.
Texas toast. That didn't make any sense. Maybe I was just hungry. Okay. But at least you're that much closer to fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna do any movement?
No, I'll stay there.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, sorry. Could I actually take a step back and let so that Ogre can move in and do an attack?
So 2 steps back. All right, you've fallen into a pit trap.
I've fallen into the toilet.
Yep. It's too good to pass up. Okay. And the elf.
All right. The elf will. The elf will arm the warhammer and attack the Fimir.
All right.
3 skulls.
Wow. You might have got him. Let's see. Got him.
Yeah, he took some doing, that Fimir.
Yep.
Okay. Now what? Let's roll for movement. Seven. I'll move 4 south. 1 east. Okay, and we'll go to the Ogre Mercenary. And I'll follow Grimlore's suggestion, and the Ogre Mercenary will move to the east and attack the. Sorry, it's the other one, the blue.
The other big
You'll
ugly
go
ogre.
1 east and attack. Yeah. So he's going to attack the one to the east, the Ogre Warrior.
All right.
Two skulls.
Okay. Ching, 1 hit.
All right, the Mighty Dwarf.
It's facing the giants.
All right. Going to equip my tower shield and attack with the longsword. And a miss.
He missed. Anything else?
He'll take 1 step to the left.
Just jump to the left.
And up to the ogre. He'll move all the way to the right. I guess 6 spaces, looks like. 5 or 6.
6.
And I'll stand there. And I'll pass to the druid.
All right, before you do that, I'm going to use the interrupt card. Something is moving. And I'm going to use Mind Lock on the druid. So I scored 1 skull. Oh, you scored 3. Okay, so that has no effect. And I still got my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now the druid can take his turn.
Okay, that's the way for movement. Seven.
8.
8. Yes, sorry. 8. 1, 2.
You guys are getting
It's
tired.
okay. You just made me look at the dice again. I'm like, wait.
Oh, I wasn't. I just glanced at the dice. I didn't read it.
I should start late more often. Just kidding. No, I won't. I won't. Not on purpose.
So I tried to calculate a trajectory. If I go by the side of the elf north, of the elf. Can I shoot through the door?
From here?
Yes, I think so. Yes, from that spot. I'm going there anyway.
Yes.
And shoot. Try to shoot. Shoot. Okay. Two skulls.
Okay.
And pass.
All right, I have 4 defense. Two hits. All right, my turn now. How you guys doing time-wise?
Fine here.
That's all right.
All right, still okay. All right, in that case,
Yeah.
okay, this ogre is going to move forward, pushing the other ogre back. And attacking. Three skulls. Oh, take that. Cha-ching. Okay, only took 1 damage. But now the ogre champion is going to attack from here. Three skulls again. Cha-ching, 1 damage. So your ogre's down to half health again. Still got movement. Just for fun, he's gonna shove the dwarf back just to intimidate him. Alright, so since I had that bonus turn, I can still move this guy. Let's see. Does the druid have 3 mind points or 4?
And it's like the elf. 4.
Yeah, 4.
Because of the Crown of Shadows, right?
No.
No, he just has 4.
Why did I put 3 then? Did you ever lose any?
I don't know.
That must have been something old.
Maybe the basic stats are the same as the elf.
Yeah.
And the crown gives me an extra dice with defense.
Defense, yeah.
Yeah, defense.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to try Mind Blast this time. So we both roll combat dice equal to our mind points. So I have 4. And whoever scores the most skulls inflicts mind point damage equal to the number of skulls you have in excess of your opponent. Ah, stalemate. Okay. Just like
Yeah, those spells are made to make the barbarian firm.
Yeah, the barbarian suffers the most from this. All right, he's gonna go 1, 2 to the corner. All right, hero's turn. I'm kind
I
of
miss that this expansion doesn't have like a mind point malus of some kind of a way to lose mind point to make the group weaker.
Oh, yeah, good thought. Can you really not lose mind points in this one?
Doesn't one of the spells affect mind points?
No, yeah, it does. It does. You're right. Yeah,
So once you hit one, then they are weaker for the next attack.
theoretically. In the original against the Ogre Horde, you didn't have any way to get mind points back, except automatically restoring them between quests. So it's a little easier if you have some potions saved, I suppose. But there's no alchemist shop in the remake either. So unless you're generous like me and you allow people to do like alchemy stuff, and then it's like, okay, I mean, you could get some back.
Well, it makes the potions of restoration worth it.
Exactly. Thanks, Ribby. Yeah, that's as usual. Sound alert's not working properly. Boo, boo, hoo, hoo. Or boo hoo hoo. Yeah, I just think a while back, Twitch and SoundAlerts.com must have had a falling out because it doesn't seem to work properly anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if you put a lot of poison
Yeah.
in the deck, you can
Yeah.
actually manipulate mind point.
2 of them, and the barbarian gets both of them, so he goes into shock. Well, in the original, he would have gone unconscious out of the quest, so a little different. Okay, so I'm done. So heroes, and I'm thinking this is probably going to be the last round, and I need to get going and do some other things. But I appreciate you guys hanging around, putting up with the nonsense today. It's good to be back, at least for this weekend. But next weekend we'll be off, just letting everybody know. So tomorrow, Jungle's Deltrack, if anybody's around. So back to the monk.
Because I'm stuck in the corner behind this ogre, I was wondering if I could use the split move thing, Tidal Surge, to sort of move in front of the ogre, do an attack, and then move back where I am, if that's possible.
But you're going to be falling back into the loo, and you might take damage. I mean, I'd let you do that, but you're gonna take damage.
Yeah, I'll do that just so I can get one attack. I'll try and do an attack on
Okay.
the ogre in front.
So how should we do this? Okay, we'll say this. If you get a skull, you can do exactly what you say, and you're gonna take damage. If you fail, you're just gonna, I guess, you're gonna miss with your attack, and you're just gonna fall in and take damage. So it's gonna be bad either way. But at least you could get an attack. I mean, he's taken 2 body points of damage. Theoretically, well,
Yeah.
depending on what you're hitting him with, what are you going to hit him with?
Just a regular attack, so it'll
Okay.
be 2.
So there's no way you can kill him. If you think it's worth it, I'll let you roll for your uncommon feat. Strike a blow for the alliance. I guess I'm getting you closer to fire. Oh, you failed. Okay. So you you run up, you clumsily swing, totally missing, dive back in, but you didn't use good diving form, so you took damage. Am I not merciful?
It was worth it though.
Imaginative. I like it. I like the imagination. Okay. Elf.
Sorry about that. I'll try again with the correct dice this time.
All right. You banged the two shields together, making an awful noise. Okay.
7, precisely one less than I wanted.
Ah. Oh yeah, thanks to Gold Public and thanks to Ribby for your contributions. And big spenders. So that's 10,000, 8,000. So the old 2,000 limit that just doesn't exist. Fine with that.
All right, can I move the elf? I'll just follow the Chaos Warlock and I'll stand inside the yellow room just at the door. All the way towards the... Yeah. Then just stand there. Can we go one more square east? Okay, I don't think I have line of sight on the Chaos Sorcerer, is that correct?
Well, you know, because those walls have like the sharp corners, so you can't. Oh, yeah, you can hit him.
Oh, I do have line of sight. I didn't think I did. Okay.
I think so.
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to arm my longbow and fire.
The way we played as kids, no. But the way I play now, yes. Okay.
3 skulls.
No.
Oh, we've got some treasure searching we can do soon. Right, that's...
You have failed me.
All right, great. Let's move to the ogre mercenary, and he's fighting for his life.
He is.
Can my ogre push your ogres around?
I don't think he's strong enough. Is he going to engage in some sort of test of strength?
Ooh, no, he's just going to attack. Is he? Is he just going to attack? I don't want Grimlore's monk to be stuck again. But okay, let's try to create some space if possible. So can I try to shove him back?
All right. I'll let you do an attempt an uncommon feat. If you succeed, you can push him back for all of your movement.
All right.
Skull is success. Success.
Yay, got it.
He's like, "What are you gonna do?" He like puffs out his chest, and you just kind of like tweak him in a sensitive spot. And he's like, "What?" You kind of like shove him backwards. Burst of confidence. You know, you're pushing him around. He's like, "Whoa!" Okay, where are you pushing him?
So can I try to push him diagonally southeast?
Who do you think you are?
All right, and then I'm going to go 2 to the east.
Okay, so you're in the doorway.
Just right into the side. Yeah, right into the corner where the door is. And I'll do a regular attack now.
Amazing.
Three skulls.
Okay. Ching, 2 hits. That skull is for the champion.
Okay, over to Jason.
If you can see him in the shadow of the big ogre.
All right, 5 movement. I'm going to use 2 of them, and I'm going to attack that weakened ogre. Flank him with the friendly ogre.
Mhm.
All right, 2 skulls.
Ching, and got him. Oh, like a giant tree. Timber.
Oh, well done.
All right, there's one of them. All right, and then the other ogre up north. I think your guy's running faster than I am. I guess 4 south, and then I'll go in that gold room and walk around that bookshelf. 4 more spaces.
All right. He stares hungrily at the books.
And we'll pass to the druid.
He sees a book that says healthy diet and moderation, and he like turns up his nose in disgust. Okay.
He just starts pulling all the books one at a time to wait for this bookshelf to open up.
It's like, where's the secret? Come on. I've seen movies. He's read movies. Never mind. Okay. Mighty Druid.
Give me a second. Everything is frozen.
Yeah, I think it's you. Either that or the mind lock spell finally worked. Got him.
It only affected his app.
Yeah. He's like, I'm fine. My character's okay. It's just my app has crashed. Oh. Better now?
If you don't reset it, it takes like a minute or 2 to do it, like fix itself. So
Oh.
it's just
Exactly.
to log out and
Yeah,
log back on.
that's annoying.
3. 3 is not enough. So 1, 2, 3. I need to reset the room and search for treasures.
Okay. This is just a regular search. Right?
Yeah.
Heroic Brew.
Right.
It's Heroic Brew for the Druid.
And pass.
Okay, I think we'll just leave off then on my turn, and Zargon's turn. Zenloth is dead. Yeah, you're right. I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Put those away for now.
Now the homebrewers can go out there and make it the escape spell, and then it'll be somewhere else with those
Yeah.
things.
Well, and never mind, I won't say it. Okay. All right, so we'll just leave off here. Any closing thoughts about anything like Wizards of Morcar related, or anybody?
Well,
want to
only
plug
that I've placed 3 pre-orders for Wizards of Morcar in a bid to find out which online retailer is going to be fastest to deliver it. They all claim December,
Ah,
but
so
I'm a bit skeptical.
And it's not sponsored, but so I'm guessing one of those is Zavi, right?
Yeah, we've got Zavi, we've got Star Action Figures, and we've got one more as well. I forget which one.
Are these
Yeah,
all the available
one more.
all the available UK ones?
Although Amazon UK say March, like most of the other
Mhm.
online retailers, but other UK based retailers are saying December.
Yeah, so you think you go with the December. Well, here's something, and I suppose each store probably has their own policy. If you place a pre-order, but the product comes out early, do you still get it early, or does it just wait for the official pre-order date? Like, is it smarter to,
Well,
or I guess if you hear people are
I
getting it, you
don't.
could just quickly cancel your pre-order and just place a regular order, right?
Yeah, I
And
guess you
sometimes
could do
it
that. I
depends on
mean,
the store.
Depends on the store.
I've
'Cause
certainly
I-
had things early before.
Yeah, in the store near me, like if you pre-order it, they usually get it early. So if you go in, they'll let you pick it up, but they won't send it to you or anything like that until the pre-order date.
Mhm.
If you pay for the shipping and all that.
Oh, and then they would refund the shipping if you did pick it up.
Well, no, I usually go in and pay cash anyway.
Oh, they
But
don't
if,
they don't ask for payment until you actually receive it, right?
No, actually, you usually pay for that ahead of time. But like I said, I go in and do it. But I know like their online store, they ship out that day.
Okay.
So it's one of those,
Check the fine
when
print.
you go, yeah, if you go through, like, I mean, I guess if I wanted them to ship it to me, I could probably pay. But like I said, I just go in and pay cash usually. And
Yeah.
then I know it's reserved and ready. And then if I go in a day or two early and they have it in, they'll give it to me. But like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they have a specific policy. But I know, like with the Magic cards or whatever, they don't until the actual release date and pre-release date. But
Yeah.
other stuff, like I said, the Warhammer, they usually have a day or two early, and some of this stuff, if they come in, they already have it. They usually have it up on the back shelf, so it's like kind of advertising that it's
Yeah.
coming. But it's usually people have already pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
'Cause I think they only get like one or two of everything that they
I-
can.
I don't even know anymore. I just wait and see what people are saying, and if they're saying, "Oh yeah, Amazon's shipping right now," I'd just be like, "Okay, place my order, go for it." Or GameStop's got it. Like, okay, I'm just gonna drive over there and see if I can grab one. I just remember back in the day, at least for game releases, like GameStop's policy was release day is release day, and even though they might have it on the shelf, and you're like, "Hey, can I have it?" They'd be like, "Nope, you want me to get in trouble?" So they could get in big trouble if they released it early. But with Amazon just blowing that out of the water, I always wondered, like, are they breaking the rules, or do they just have some agreement that says, yeah, if it comes in early, we can just ship it out? Because I was thinking, like, oh, they broke the rules, and so now everybody can do it, but then how can they just get away with it every single time, seemingly? And maybe that's why they were putting stuff on Pulse so that they could control when it came out. But I don't even know anymore. I don't know what the deal is. But I just say, hey, if it comes early and you wanted it, that's good for you. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say Amazon's so big they could probably just say, "All right, fine, we'll pull everything. Nobody
Pay the
can sell
fine.
any anymore."
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "All right, no, just get it out of your warehouse as soon as you can."
Yeah. I mean, if people in the UK get it in December, I mean, you guys will tell us all about it, and we'll see that. Dungeon Master's going to tell us what he finds out, and if we have to wait till March, that's fine. I mean, I have the original, so I guess if other people like spoil the new elements, we'll have that information, so we could always homebrew it until it really comes out, kind of like we did with the Monk. So I think everybody wins. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or you could be like Ash, and you could order from all the sites and get multiple copies, and then just do giveaways on, and it works for your channel. because it's not a limited release product theoretically. So just because you got a couple extra copies doesn't deny somebody else that copy. They just might have to get it from a different store, or just wait a couple more days, and then they can have it too. All right, so be sure you check out Zargon Goes On YouTube, and also Warbuilder 22J, J22 for Jacer. And we got anything else we got to plug? Oh, check out Hispa Zargon's Alchemy expansion homebrew thing that he released on Yield In.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. Is that you going to put that on the Discord, Kurgan?
Oh yeah, I can do that too. Yeah, so if you're
Yeah,
not,
that'd be awesome. I'd
if you're
love to
not
print some of those
on-
off.
It was fascinating that.
Yeah. As with so many other things, if you want to use his system, go for it. If it inspires you to make your own, nothing wrong with that. Okay, just looking for the link. And we thank him for sharing that. But I'll just say it again. I think Rise of the Dreadmoon is an excellent expansion. I know a few people had a few qualms with some of the stuff, but if you're one of those people that just says, "Hey, I don't like role playing," well, the great thing is you can just skip over that stuff. You can actually play it just fine without it. And if you want to tie up some loose ends in the storyline, just sit down with it before you actually run the campaign. Actually, I recommend that with Rise of the Dreadmoon and Jungles of Delthrak. Like, even if you're an experienced Zargon, it's a good idea to like study the quest book before the session, because you may think you've got everything down, but you probably don't, because there's so many new rules and options and per quest notes that it really pays to do that, rather than just think that you've got it all down and then be like, oh, wait a minute. I got to reread this. I don't remember how it works. There's a little caveat here and there. Of course, I've also played with people where they don't remember how the rule works, so they just make something up on the spot and just play it that way. And then after you're done, you realize, oh, we did it wrong, but it was still fun, so nobody cared. So, okay. Let's see. So, I don't think I can link the file, but I can link the Google Drive that he linked inside the thing. So if you're not a member of the forum, you can still get it in our private chat there. Thanks, Jacer. All right, so, and also check out Dungeon Master. So Dungeon Master on YouTube. His channel's in German, but these days it's pretty easy to use the subtitles. I noticed that my channel, you can actually listen to it in other languages now, but it only seems to work on the shorter videos. So like this video, like a 2, 3, 4 hour stream, it's not going to do anything. It's just, you can use the subtitles and auto translate those, but it's not going to dub me over in like a goofy computer voice. Thankfully, I don't have such a distinctive voice as like Cristobal and LaGuardia de Morcar, so it isn't such a shock when, you know, he's talking and then suddenly you dub it over and it's like, hi. Like, what? Hello. Welcome to my channel. How are you?
It did it on a couple of my videos. It was able to do that, where it did it in different languages.
Nice.
And sometimes when I do the different voices for like where I'm doing like different, I'll do the voice for the dwarf or whatever, and it'll come out with a different voice. It's not all sort of
Really?
like monotone.
Oh, so it's getting better. It's getting better.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So shocked me. I thought it would all come out with the same sort of hello, I am, this, but not actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yep. Yeah. It's something. Yeah, but just a little disclaimer, it is a machine translation, so it might not be perfect.
It's
So
not word for word. Certain times it gets it totally wrong.
I like when it substitutes other words that sound similar, but you're like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. Yeah,
And sometimes when you translate something to another language, it doesn't translate properly,
lost in
like forming
translation.
the sentence. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it comes up fun times.
Well, the way most of the time it happens in languages, it just you're speaking your language and then all of a sudden you just say the word in the original language because you don't have a translation for it. You just say it. But I don't know if it's sophisticated enough to do that. Yeah, maybe
And there's
someday.
other things as like when people use certain like phrases
Hmm.
that don't translate in other languages. Like I don't know if you've looked up different phrases in different languages, and you're like,
Yeah, idioms
what
and
that?
turns of phrase, jokes. Yeah,
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense in your language.
right.
So yeah,
So you just say it directly instead of yeah, trying to translate it or coming up with a totally new phrase that has a similar meaning. Yeah. Well, but I guess on the bright side, it'll get a few more people looking at your stuff.
oh yeah, totally. It's good stuff.
Yep. All right. Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks for joining us in HeroQuest fans. Twitch.tv/HeroQuest fans. Check us out. XSC3, home of HeroQuest fans on YouTube. In about 48 hours or so, we'll post up the video. And then tomorrow, the plan is, hopefully, if my system holds together, hear that baby hold together. We're going to be playing Jungles of Delthrak, 7 and 9. Theoretically, we could go later. We could continue later if people really want to, because I'm on vacation. I have nothing going on. If people want to, we could stay up a little bit later. I am trying to get some things done though, so we'll just kind of see. We'll play it by ear. But the plan is November 14th and 15th, I will be off. We won't have any streams, and if we do the Rantcast podcast on the 11th or the 18th or the 18th, it'll be up to Strange Bus. So if he wants to run the Rantcast podcast, and I'll just kind of join in as a guest, that's fine. If he can't do it, we'll just take a break because there hasn't been a lot of news, at least in HeroQuest. But I realize it's not just about HeroQuest. I mean, it's about whatever topics in the world of games and entertainment we want to talk about. So I'd be happy to do it. It just kind of all depends on his schedule because I know he's really busy with family stuff. So, all right. Well, cool. Take care.